Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers now. I got my very little friend with me right here, so don't mind the dog. I had a dog here because if I don't keep this dog from going to the other side of the backyard, this dog's gonna start barking up a storm and barking at nothing because he's literally barking at nothing every time I'm trying to shoot a video. So I got the dog right here so I can control the dog not going crazy and barking. But the video, the topic we got for this video, right, is it's women's boxing. Shout out to all the lady warriors in the sport doing their thing, holding it down for the women. I kind of wish women's boxing, I kind of wish boxing in general was kind of ran like women's boxing because we get the fights we want when we want to see them. But big groundbreaking news, and unlike a lot of the women in the sport, I think this is great news for women's boxing. We had that big fight with Alycia Shields and Savannah Marshall taking place September the 10th at the O2 Arena in London, and I think it's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a momentous occasion. It's going to be something worth watching if you're a boxing fan. Just that fight alone. But now the plot thickens and the plot gets even bigger because now they're going to give you another women's super fight on the same card. Ben Shalom, boxer, Sky Sports, and the fine folks over there giving you guys that world-class content. But it's now been reported that Mikaela and Alycia Baumgardner are going to also be added to the card, so that will be co-main event. And this has been met with a lot of mixed feelings from women's boxers and female fighters. Because I get where they're coming from. They're saying that this fight with Mikaela and Baumgardner should be on its own card, right? It should be its own main event. It should be its own thing. But really, when you really sit back and you think about that statement from these women's fighters, I truthfully believe that's an ego-driven statement because it's just the need to want to be the center of attention, the need to want to be the top woman. As to where if we're being honest and objective and realistic, women's boxing, while it has grown a lot, it's grown exponentially over the last 4 to 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, last 10 years really. It's still not big enough to where you can make statements like that. I feel like this is actually what they're doing with this fight. They should actually be doing for more fights, just in boxing in general, even for the men. Like Baumgardner versus Mayer is a fight that could headline on its own right here in Las Vegas or somewhere else in the USA and probably do well at the gate, probably do well selling-wise. But, when you pair it with Shields versus Marshall, all of a sudden you really have like a Super Bowl of women's boxing on your hands. And I think it's actually better for all the fighters because now you're going to have everybody who wants to see Marshall versus Shields along with everybody who wants to see Mayer versus Baumgardner, and those are two great fights. These are literally probably two of the best women's fights that could be made in women's boxing. I don't think there's any two fights in women's boxing that could be made that are better than this right now, apart from maybe like the Serrano-Taylor rematch or something like that. This is about as good as it gets. So I feel like if you're truly trying to grow the women's boxing and get people intrigued, I feel like both these fights need as many eyeballs and as much visibility as possible. And what better way to get those kind of eyeballs than to pair the fights together? I really feel like, look, if these women's fighters are still complaining and moaning about, oh well, I deserve this and I deserve that, I'm like, man, what do you want at this point? You got because I saw Baumgardner saying she wishes it was in the States and things like that, and then people all like saying, yeah, it should be in the States and this, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, we get it. It's big enough to be in the States. It's big enough to headline its own card. But it's like, do y'all not see the bigger picture? Do y'all not see, like, okay, Shields and Marshall is going to be huge just based off the hype and the trash talk and the amateur rivalry and things like that. People are going to be very excited about that fight when it rolls around. This fight, oh my God, there's genuine disdain there for both these women. And they both want to knock each other the hell out and prove to the world that they're the best pound-for-pound female fighters in the world. So it's like, to me, if you were trying to really showcase what women's boxing is all about to the general public, this would really be the way you want to go about it. You would want to pair the fights together rather than give them their own separate cards or anything like that. You all right? You okay? But yeah, That's what it is. And I want to give a shout out to Ring IQ Boxing Talk, because the news was broken on his channel. And you know, Ring IQ's been working really hard. Oh, I had to get the dog out of here because I thought the dog was going to throw up on me. But what I was trying to say is Ring IQ, Boxing Talk, Julius Fox, shout out to him. He's been working very hard over the years, doing a great job on his channel, just really putting out great content over the years, informative, insightful content, doing great lives. Really, just in my opinion, been the flag bearer for women's boxing. So he was the one that really first got this news out there to the public, and then it was confirmed later on by ESPN. So a lot of credit goes out to him. But yeah, all in all, look, I'm not here to down any of the Mayer or Baumgardner, because personally I'm a fan of both, especially Alycia. You know, I've been a fan of Alycia for a long time before she was really a known name. There wasn't really too many videos about her on YouTube in 2018. I've been covering her since she was fighting for Evander Holyfield's promotional company. So it's like, I don't got anything bad to say. I'm happy that it's happening, and I'm actually extra happy that it's happening under the circumstances that it's happening under. Because like I said, if you're trying to showcase women's boxing, there is no better way to do that than to pair two of the big fights together, and instead of making just a big fight, make it a mega event. You know, because there's a big difference in boxing between big fight and mega event. You know, Shields versus Marshall is a great fight, a big fight on its own, borderline mega event possibly on its own, okay, in the UK. But when you pair that with Baumgardner versus Mayer, now it's a clear-cut, definitive mega event for women's boxing, and overall, it's a W for women's boxing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys take care. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think about the fight being finalized for September 10th? And you know, are you in agreement with Mayer or Baumgardner that it should have been on their own card, or do you think it's good that they're pairing the fight together with Shields Marshall? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching True School Sports.
No, follow this kid. Oh. You know, he's a true, you know, it's a young, true, passionate person who follows boxing. He wakes up thinking about boxing, and he goes to sleep thinking about boxing.
This is true.
Good kid, good man, and looking forward to seeing him everywhere in the boxing world.
Hey man, if you ain't subscribed to True School Sports, you fucking up, man. Make sure you subscribe, bro.
Fucking up big time.
Make sure, man.